Hello, everyone, and welcome to this installment of Get Yeti to Read, the Algonquin Public Library's teen YouTube video series where we highlight some of the books in our collection that you may have missed that came out recently or soon, books that will be coming out and added to our collection, especially with COVID right now and the library having limited hours of operation for the public to come on in. We know how much browsing is important to finding books that you like. So hopefully the point of this video series will introduce you to some books from the comfort of your own home that you can put on hold and get to reading. So this video, we are actually going to be highlighting the best teen books of 2020 because what is always going on at the end of year, you get best books, whether it's best horror books, best mysteries, or in this case, best teen books. So we're going to highlight some of the best books, according to the consensus, for teens that were published last year. So let's get started. The first one is Grown. 1 Minute Enchanted Jones is an inspiring singer trying to find her place as the only Black girl in school. The next, she's spotted at an audition by famous R&B singer Corey Fields, finally starting to realize her dreams. Now she's trying to piece together what happened the night of Corey's murder and wondering what it will all mean to her future. Furia. Camellia Hansen lives two lives. One as a daughter who carefully abides by her father's short temper and her mother's strict expectations, and one as a rising soccer star whose future is on the field. When Camilla's team qualifies for a major tournament, she must come clean about her secret passion and get her parents' permission to play. But opening up to them isn't as easy as it sounds. Find Layla. 14-year-old Layla Bailey likes to fly under the radar, keeping her distance from her unstable mother and the mean girls who make fun of her clothes. Her love of science inspires her to turn her unfit home into a school project, and suddenly everyone knows about the black mold thriving on the walls, the mushrooms growing in the dresser, and the unmentionables living in the refrigerator. When the video goes viral, Child Protective Services calls, and Layla must face the world and the toxic one she's been living in. Dear Justice, which is a sequel to Dear Martin, features Quan, who is just a teenager when he enters a not guilty plea for the death of a police officer. As he awaits his trial, he takes us through a series of flashbacks to his troubled childhood and letters that he writes to Justice about discriminatory practices against Black men and minorities in the American justice system. Watch Over Me. When Mila graduates from high school and ages out of the foster care system, she accepts a job and a place to stay on an isolated farm, hoping to find a real home at last. But soon, amidst her loneliness, Mila realizes the remote place is haunted by the traumas its previous residents have overcome, and starts facing her own past all over again. This Is My America. In this novel, racism in the American justice system is explored through the story of 17-year-old Tracy's dad, who is an innocent Black man on death row, and her brother, a promising track star who is accused of killing a white girl. Tracy attempts to save both of them while their Texas town's racist history bets against her. Tweet Cute. On the outside, it's a Twitter war between a fast food chain and a deli about a stolen grilled cheese recipe. Behind the scenes, though, a completely unexpected romance escalates between the classmates who run the two accounts. Yep, love can be found in places where you'd absolutely never expect. A Song Below Water. Love mermaids? Go underwater with Bethany C. Morrow's tale about two Black mermaids, one who is forced to hide her siren powers, and the other who battles literal demons from her past. It merges fantasy with modern issues relating to racism and sexism. They Wish They Were Us. What if you found out the person who you thought killed your best friend didn't actually do it? That's what Jill, who goes to a seemingly perfect prep school on Long Island, finds out in this thriller. She has to get to the bottom of it, even if it means risking it all. Think the glamour of Gossip Girl meets the murder mystery of Pretty Little Liars, with friendship complications, secrets, and lies all thrown in. You should see me in a crown. When her financial aid falls through, Liz has to find another way to attend her dream school, play in its orchestra, and become a doctor. Unfortunately, her next best option is the school's prom queen and king scholarship. She fears the spotlight, but has to do what it takes. When she falls for the competition, the new girl in school, Mac, winning the crown just might become a little bit trickier. The Gravity of Us. Debut author Phil Stamper's romantic tale follows social media journalist Cal, and his life is uprooted by his father's NASA mission to Mars. He falls in love with another teen in the same exact situation. When secrets about the mission are revealed, Cal must grapple with the truth, family, and his newfound love. All Your Twisted Secrets. A Breakfast Club-esque group of classmates find themselves locked in a room with a bomb, a syringe filled with poison, and a note. They have exactly 1 hour to choose who to kill, or everyone will die. As the clock ticks and panic ensues, they try to figure out who could want the seemingly unconnected lot of them all dead. One of Us is Next, which is the sequel to One of Us is Lying. It's been a year since Simon's death. People have tried and failed to fill the void of his gossip app left. That is, until now. But this time, it's a very hazardous game of truth or dare. A Song of Wraths and Ruin. Fantasy, kidnapping, mutiny, murder, and attraction. This book has it all. Inspired by West African folklore, a princess and a refugee find themselves on a path to murder each other in this page-turner. But when sparks fly between them, will they be able to carry out their murderous plans? The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which, as everyone probably knows, is the Hunger Games prequel. Suzanne Collins takes us to the past of President Snow. Pre-Katniss and her love triangles, 18-year-old Snow was a mentor in the 10th annual Hunger Games with a mission to make his family proud by mentoring the winning tribute. The odds were clearly not in his favor when he's assigned a tribute from the worst district possible. This train is being held. Anyone who's ever locked eyes with a sexy stranger on the subway, knowing they'll likely never ever see them again, will probably obsess over this fate meeting on a public transport story. Alex and Isla's romance isn't easy, though. It celebrates poetry, dance, and baseball, all while also dealing with mental health and issues of racism. Of Curses and Kisses is the first book in the Saint Rosetta's Academy by the author of When Dimple Met Rishi. This novel puts a contemporary twist on a classic tale of Beauty and the Beast. It involves an elite boarding school, an ancient curse, centuries-old family feud, and a rose-shaped ruby pendant. The princess attempts to get revenge on the soon-to-be Beast and his family by making him fall in love with her. Then she'll break his heart. It's quite a risky plan, no? Don't Ask Me Where I'm From. In this gripping novel, Liliana Cruz is a first-gen American Latinx who attends a mostly white school where racial tensions are very high. While trying to survive in that environment, she learns a family secret that puts her in a position where she needs to take a stand and speak her truth. This Is All Your Fault. On their first day of summer, 3 young women find out that the indie bookstore they're working at is closing. They'll all have to join forces to save it. Oh, and they really only have actually 1 day to come up with something. If you're looking for a story with a noble mission, this has it. And the last best book for teens in 2020 was We Used to Be Friends. It's a tragic tale all too familiar, a friendship breakup. As true childhood besties navigate their senior year in high school, they start to grow up and grow apart. It's always painful, sometimes bittersweet, and consistently astounding how 2 people can go from BFFs to complete total strangers. So if any of these books interest you and you would like to place them on hold so you can read them, feel free to email me at teen@aapld.org with your library card number and the title, and I'll totally put it on hold for you for pickup at the drive-thru or at our branch. And lastly, if any of you guys are teens who need volunteer hours and you love reading, Please email me to learn about our virtual volunteer opportunities that can earn you hours by reviewing books. So thank you for joining us today to learn about the best books for teens in 2020, and we will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.